things change now that it's conference here on out the rest of the way until you get to postseason?
Well, heat's on. I mean, this is it's a fun time of the year, and we got ourselves a battle on our hands. And what a great way to be. You know, last couple of years we were locked in by Thanksgiving. We got to fight.
What's it say about the conference that the standings year to year have almost inverted?
Yeah, well, the portal can do that. You know, there's no, the world as we used to know it's gone in all of college sports. So we'll just worry about what we're doing right now, and we're in a good spot right now. I like where we're at. Now we just gotta go out and show it.
Well, congrats on 400 and 401.
Thank you.
Career wins. You said you like where you're at coming off the sweep. You said in that last game you particularly liked how they played as a team. What was the best thing that you liked that way?
We our energy level and our commitment to stay in the moment was there a whole game, and we saw that many times during the first half. But then we kind of go away. You know, it would be back quick, and then we kind of go away. And we thought we got stronger as the weekend went, and we stayed. We just had a good identity to our game, and it's amazing to have everybody back, and even our. We just got a good feel about our guys have a good feel. Now we got to see if that can all 1 + 1 can be 2.
You talk about guys that came back. You have Mike and Mason. They come back and then
Yeah.
they contributed right away.
And that's the unfortunate part in injuries is one, they happen. They happen all too often in sports, but it puts certain athletes off their game, and to play through it and then to find the confidence again. And that was a huge, for Mikey and Nev to gain some confidence. And you can just see it's like they look different. All week they've looked different. So it's been good.
What has Sam shown you in his developments at the beginning of the season to now?
Everything that was expected is coming together, and he showed early that he was a freshman, but just stayed with it, and we've just seen this transformation into a really high-end player, and we've watched that here before, and we're watching it happen again with him right now.
How important was the World Juniors for that?
Great. I mean, there's no question. Come back with confidence, and just to be on that stage with that group of players, I'm positive that it was just everything was just positive for him.
Are you ever amazed that they come back from World Juniors, he and Jimmy, and they're not tired, they haven't missed a beat, they haven't stopped, and they just keep going.
They were tired the next week. They come on adrenaline
Yeah.
right away, and the adrenaline was in full force right away. That CC series, both of them, and they're getting their clocks. I mean, they're back now, and classes are back. Continuity. I wish we didn't have media day, so I wouldn't have, because now I'm always honest to tell you, now it has to come together, because we like where we're at, and we're excited to play right now.
But in one of the Colorado College games, you challenged a parent goal of theirs that turned out to be offside. It was overturned. What's the process there? How do you get the word that
they tell me that it's offside, and I go, it's offside, and I go, are you sure? They go, yeah.
When you say that, that's the coaches in the press box, or
it's Jacob.
Okay.
Jacob's on the. What's amazing, 9 out of 10 times though, it's one of the players on the bench, and that's offside coach. Like, they know, and and then we get it confirmed, and that's the other night on the goal. It was, you could just see it. You could see that there was no interference. So.
What is it like this week, getting the guys acclimated back into classes, and then you're starting this big schedule?
It's my favorite week of the year, because the break is, you get bored. You get bored. It's quiet around here. They go back to an apartment building that's empty, or a dorm that's completely empty. But just to get that feel back, and routine. We all love routine, all of us, and we hope we get that back.
Seems like early December is a long time ago. The last time you faced Ohio State, you guys tied. They won in the shootout. I think they've now been, unbeaten in 5 of their last 6. They're kind of hitting their stride.
And that's what their record in conference shouldn't be what it is because they're way better on paper, and then I think they're 8-0-2 in non-conference. And like we watch them and we see there's some really good players on their team, and obviously they're gaining some confidence at the right time right now. But our conference can do that to you. If, you know, they had a big turnover in their roster, a lot of new players, and now maybe there's some continuity really starting to happen with them.
Yeah, the kid that transferred with Scooter Picky, he's pretty good.
You got 9 goals right now, you know. So they're just, to me, like all the teams in our conference, we're in for a battle this weekend.
Nathan look different at all this week now that he's got a game under his belt, a little more confidence for him? Nathan Airy?
Oh, Airy?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he has since first week of December, last week of December when he finally got cleared. But there's no question he's looked real good in practice. And then we got him in 2 games after Christmas, and you know, if he wouldn't have been injured, he would have been in more than 2. So
Jimmy had 20 shots on goal last weekend. I mean, it's just taking it over, you feel?
yeah. That might be a normal for him. Maybe, you know, maybe we gotta think that might be a standard. I think he's done it before, so I don't know if it's anything new for him. What was probably new is he only got 1 in out of 20, and they had really good goaltending. But he's in a real good spot right now. We're gonna keep getting him pucks, and he knows what to do with it. Our lines right now just gotta, you know, there seems to be some settling in right now.
It's Brennan Potter's birthday today. Just, you know, it seems like he does some pretty important stuff. You know, he's only had 1 goalie to work with basically for the last, however, but.
Well, he's had more than that, but I didn't know it was his birthday. We don't really share that in the office. Thanks for sharing that. Goaltending is that you know, and I'm the parent of a goaltender. I call it, they get mad at me because I say tea and cookies. They need their time and they just talk. They just sit in little quiet areas of the bowels of, you know, on the road, and it's so important for goaltending to have confidants to talk to, and you know, Brennan's got a lot of experience. He's worked with some great goaltending, and he's real calm. He's very methodical, and I think that comes to I think he brings that to our goaltenders.
Does your view on goaltenders change a little bit when you're the dad of a goaltender? It's kind of like a lot of goalie moms say it's a lot of pressure on the heart every time.
Well, I can say this, like being a hockey parent, like when you've got a goalie, I didn't want it, but they never get cheated on the power play. They never get cheated on penalty kill. You know, when they're playing, they don't get shorted ice as long as they're doing well. And I didn't mind it.
Even in overtimes?
Yeah, even in overtime. They're either going to stop it or they're not. So.
Bob, other than a goal of obviously winning a national championship, do you as a coach have personal goals? You know, players do. Like, do you have like, hey, when you first started this, I want to win X amount of games in addition to a championship, or no?
No, when you first start, you just want to keep the job.
Yeah.
You know, it's the old saying, I'd rather be coach not of the year, but for the year. But no, you get it. It's surrounding yourself with good people and good players, good staff. That we're going to do what we're going to do, and we've got an enormous amount of talent. We've got so many great resources here. But I tell you, if you just surround yourself with good people and come to work every day, like all of us, that's what you want. And it's kind of that simple sometimes. You want to surround yourself with good people, and we sure have had that here since I've been here. It's fun to come to work. It's fun to be around these guys. And I mean that, too. It's just not a...
You're back to class now after that long break. Was it Catan again this time when you got nothing to do, or how'd you guys pass the time?
Yeah, we were playing that again. Some video games. Otherwise, yeah, guys were just hanging out. So it's a pretty fun time of the year when you can be here with no school. So.
And have you gotten better at all? Like, I heard some mixed reports about your Catan abilities last year.
Last year? That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, I've been playing a lot. My family plays a lot back home, so yeah, I like my game right now.
Nice.
Coach is talking about how impressive it is to come back from injury and then not miss a step, really kind of get back into it. Mentally, is it the same thing for you as well as physically, that you can get right back to that point?
Yeah, I mean, being out for as long as I was, I think it takes a little bit to get back into game shape no matter what you do. But yeah, I thought I've handled it well, and the guys have been great all year. So yeah, we're really excited to get Big Ten play going again.
Coach was saying how, especially last weekend, but the last game of the sweep, that he really felt the team was playing together very well, the best hockey, even though it's non-conference. What did you guys take away from that?
Yeah, I think just we had so much excitement coming out of break, and a lot of times that can lead to, just trying to run and gun out there. And I thought, I thought especially Saturday we played our most complete full 60 of the season, which is good. I think when we're taking care of the puck, chances we'll wear teams down, chances will come to us, and we got the talent to bury them. So.
When you're in a game like that and playing that well, what do you do to keep it going? How do you keep it going to the next weekend?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we were taking care of our own end first. And I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, especially Saturday, aside of that, we had a missed net, 3-on-1 that they capitalized on. I think that's the only sniff we gave them the whole weekend, or on Saturday. So I thought I was really happy with our defense, and that just leads to offense because we're a quick transition team, and our forwards are coming back, we'll transition quick, and then we can capitalize.
Quinnipiac last year was kind of the extreme example of that lockdown and clog-up defensive style, but do you see some glimpses of that in Ohio State with the way they try to play? Yeah, for sure, and I mean, the biggest thing is that sometimes we're just going to have to put pucks behind them and go to work, get our ground game going, get a little greasy, so, we're ready for it, and we're ready for the challenge.
Do things crank up a little? You've played a lot of Big Ten games so far, but now that it's conference games here till the finish line, does the heat turn up a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Coach talks about, winning the season series, and a lot of them were 1-1. So, we know that we have a Big 12 games here, and, we're excited for it.
What have you seen in the development of Sam since the beginning of the season to now?
Yeah, I mean, he's even coming in, he was just an awesome player, and I think, I think early on he might have forced it a little bit, and now you can see how great of a skater he is. I mean, he can jump up, and I think he doesn't have to be the one bringing the puck up all the time. He can move it and then get up the ice and be a part of the rush. And, man, he's been awesome for us. It's really cool to see.
How important is that with you guys having lost 3 guys to the NHL from last year?
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, we talked about all of last year of how deep our D-core was. And, a lot of guys have stepped up their minutes this year, and they've done great. And I think the biggest thing is we just wanted to get better and develop every single week. And, again, we're really excited for the second half and to see where we can go as a D-core.
Feel weird to look behind you and that it was not number 1 for a change?
Yeah, seriously. He's been our rock. But, he battled that injury early in the year, and, he's worked extremely hard. And, it was super cool to see him, get in there. We know how good he is, and he played awesome, man. Give Closure a little break. But, Closure came back in Saturday and was just steady again. So.
You and Nathan were kind of injured at the same time there. Did you kind of bond, sit and watch it practice?
Yeah, we were in the training room early. We went and worked out early, and then we're on the bench watching practice together. So yeah, that was kind of right when they came in too. So I got to know them pretty well right away. So.
Justin, it seems like you have to pull teeth just to get a sentence out of him. But I've heard that on the ice he's a little noisier. What's Nathan like? What do you hear from him when he's in goal? Yeah, I think that's one thing that is very underrated. Our goalies talk to our D really well, especially on dump-ins, especially because they both can get out there and play the puck, which really helps the D when the goalie can do that. So yeah, they're just great. Even D-zone coverages, they're yelling out if there's a guy open in front or something like that. So they're awesome.
What did you learn about him in all those early chats?
Yeah. Well, he where he's from, he's a big country horse guy. He wears a cowboy hat to every home game. It's funny to see. We had to ask him the background story behind that. So yeah, it was funny. It was just embrace the culture. Love it. Bringing it here. It's weird. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but the way he plays goal, I see Justin, but just a bigger body. Just seems to be positionally sound and quiet and all that. What do you see from him? Yeah, for sure. You don't see all he's not out of position a lot. Because he's just steady. This the small movements, and it doesn't look like they're doing a lot, but they keep everything out of the net. The rebound control is unbelievable. So yeah, he's got a great guy to learn from too in Closure. So Closure's really good at obviously being an older guy and kind of taking him under his wing. And helping him develop, and our goalie coach has been doing a great job too. So yeah, it's awesome to see.
And that does a lot for team confidence too, right? Getting him some action, so that God forbid anything does happen, you guys have played in front of him before.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, it was so tough for him coming off his injury. You know, he hadn't seen a shot in 2 months, a real live shot. So yeah, it was just the work that he's put in, he's earned it. So it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, back to Sam there. What type of personality does he have? I mean, is it a situation where it's come out more as the season got along?
Yeah, I've known him for a while. So he's a Chaska guy. So I've skated with him for a few summers now. Yeah, I'd say it just is when freshmen they come in, they're a little quiet right away, but he's awesome. I mean, I think we've done a really good job of welcoming him in, and you know, he's got his jokes. He's pretty tall, so he can joke around with me because I'm small. So good for one a day. So.
Bob was talking about how the World Juniors actually really helped him too. You know, took it to the next level when Sam came back.
Yeah, for sure. I think just the confidence. I mean, being there and I mean the success that team had was awesome, and you could just see it when they came back. You know, they were. You'd think they may be a little burnt out, but they were hungry. You know, they're excited to play right away when they got back. So, yeah, I think just the confidence is there with all four of those guys. So.
One goal, does that mean the floodgates are opening?
I hope so. I was just proud that, you know, our team played a full 60, which was really good to see, and, you know, get some momentum going in the Big Ten play. So.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.